Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Market Watch. Hope you all had a great weekend and are ready to dig into the charts yet again. First off, let's talk about the British pound this week. On the monthly charts that we can see that the pound across a lot of different pairs have made either tweezer bottoms or have formed some really nice low test candles. And I think that it's about time that we start to rebound after the whole Brexit vote. So digging into the intraday charts, we're just going to be waiting for some entries. We're going to plan our entries really well, going to have some good safe stops and have some really good risk reward going on. Taking a look now at some pound pairs, we can see that on the monthly time frame charts, we are forming some really nice tweezer bottom setups. We can see this across a lot of different pound pairs, including the pound dollar, the pound yen, the pound Aussie, and whatnot. So I think it's really time that we've gotten to an area of good resistance and we are now ready to make that big bounce back after Brexit. So let's take a closer look in at a British pound pair here. We're going to look at the pound dollar and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm waiting for and how long I want to hold on to this pair. Taking a closer look now at our pound dollar pair on our monthly time frame, we can see that we formed these really nice tweezer bottoms on our monthly chart. We've now made all-time lows here with the pound dollar, and I think it's finally time that we rebound up to the trading range that we were trading pre-Brexit. Let's take a look now at the smaller time frames, both the daily and the 4-hour. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm looking for before I get into this pair. So first, taking a look at the daily chart, we can see that we've been trading between this range of around 1.30 to 1.33, and we finally broke out of it. We've now come to retest around our daily 50 EMA area, and yesterday we closed with this nice bullish engulfing candle after our nice run down. So taking a look now at the 4-hour chart, you guys can see that I'm just waiting for a pullback to our pivot and our 4-hour EMA, which also lines up with the 1-hour 50 EMA as well. From here, I'm just going to look for some good reversal type candles, some good resistance in around the pivot and that EMA. And then from there, I'm going to look at holding on to this position, having my stop possibly just below S1. And then from there, first targeting the previous highs here in around the area of 1.3440. But if we do get some good momentum going on, I do think that we could be making a big move up into this trading range that we were before Brexit happened. Taking a look now at the Euro New Zealand on the weekly chart, we can see that we've now made this really nice quadruple bottom in and around the area of 1.51. Last week we closed with a really nice low test candle, and I think it's about time that we show some good support within the market, show some strength within the euro against the New Zealand, and bring this back up to the trading range that we once were in. I think that this would be a good play to possibly even hold to the area around 1.67. We've had some really good support and resistance in around that path. It could take a while to get there, but right now I think we just need a slight intraday pullback here with the Euro New Zealand. And then from there, I think we could, if we could break this daily 50 EMA, I think that will be showing this trade to the upside as New Zealand and the Aussie have been showing some weakness across the board. Taking a look now at the Euro Pound on the monthly chart, we can see that last month we closed with a really nice high test candle after a nice big run up, especially with the Brexit vote. I think that we're now going to see a pullback to the downside, especially with that high test candle. And I think the euro is definitely going to be weakening against the pound as we're seeing the pound form a lot of low test candles across a lot of other pairs. So now let's take a look at the intraday charts. I'm going to show you guys exactly where I'm looking at getting into once the market moves in the direction that I'm waiting for. So taking a look now at first at the daily chart, we can see that we've now broke through this upward sloping trend line and we've come back to retest it. We've had some good deceleration in around that area, and yesterday we had a bearish engulfing candle off of our doji. Right now we're just fighting at that area of that daily 50 EMA, but I think that once we get a smaller intraday pullback, this trade could definitely go to the downside, especially after we've now just performed a really nice textbook 0.382 fib retracement off of the run down from the previous highs. From here, I think that we're going to trade back down to the area around the 8,000 handle. So I think the euro pound could have some really good risk reward coming in over the next few weeks. Moving along now to the New Zealand and the Swiss franc. We were talking about having some weakness within the New Zealand across the board, and again, this is where I'm also seeing it as well. So a couple days ago, we closed with not the cleanest tweezer tops, but right now we've had a nice run down. We did have a low test candle, two low test candles kind of forming yesterday, but I think that we're going to have a slight little pullback after that run down, and then from there, we're going to be kind of looking at taking into the area with our daily 50 EMA and kind of matching up possibly with this downward sloping trend line. Let's talk about some of the news that I am going to be kind of careful here and around this week. On Tuesday at 3 a.m., we have President Draghi speaks. Usually there's quite a bit of volatility in and around that speech. We also have some pound news that's going to be coming out on Wednesday morning. But more importantly as well, we are going to see some different rates happening. We have both the Swiss franc, and as well we also have possibly some overnight bank rates changing here with the pound as well. But on Thursday and on Friday, we have quite a bit of U.S. news going on here. So probably Friday, I'm going to look to have most of my positions shut down, as there could be some extreme volatility happening around that. I'm going to be kind of weary of trading around the dollar here for the next couple of weeks. I believe it is November 8th. The presidential election is finally going to happen after basically years of campaigning. So I think that there's going to be a little bit of indecision around the dollar here coming up within the few weeks, leading to that decision vote. So you guys have a couple pairs here that you can watch over the next few days. Just make sure that you're going to be getting into the market really safely, making sure that you're having really good entries, and making sure that you guys are having even better stop losses. From there, make sure that you guys are going to be taking your profit this week, as it is best to always put the money in the bank. So stay tuned, as we are going to follow up on Wednesday on GoTV, and I hope you guys have a really good trading week.